Hello students, Shahaji Thombre sir from Solapur. Continuing very important topic, that is figures of speech. This is my second video on figures of speech. In my previous video, I covered two important figures of speech. Those were simile and metaphor. In the second video, I am going to cover another two important figures of speech. Students, before watching my complete video, don't forget to subscribe it and to share it, to like it. So in this video, I am going to cover one more figure of speech. It is personification. It is personification. Very important figure of speech. Poet uses this figure of speech in their poem Chetan Gunokti Alankar. Chetan Gunokti Alankar. Chetan Gunokti Alankar, Marathi name of personification. Chetan Gunokti Alankar. Now, see the definition and examples of personification, figure of speech. Definition. What is personification? Definition is very important to understand this figure of speech. Personification. Personification means inanimate objects. Inanimate objects or abstract ideas or abstract ideas are spoken as if they are human beings, or are spoken as having life, of having a life. Having life. Inanimate objects or abstract ideas are spoken as if having life. Means चेतन गुणोक्ती अलंकार निर्जीव गोष्टी किंवा अमूर्त कल्पना या सजीव आणि सुबुद्ध आहेत असे सांगितले जाते. निर्जीव, निसर्गातील निर्जीव वस्तू सजीव आहेत अशी कल्पना करून ती मानव जातीप्रमाणे वागतात असे वर्णन असल्यास त्या वाक्यात किंवा त्या चरणात पर्सोनिफिकेशन फिगर ऑफ स्पीच साधलेला आहे असं आपण म्हणतो. So when inanimate objects or abstract ideas are spoken as having life, it becomes personification. एखादी निर्जीव वस्तू सजीव आहेत अशी कल्पना करून ती मानवजातीप्रमाणे वागतात असं वर्णन असतं, त्याला आपण म्हणतो personifications. Now, important thing we discuss regarding examples of personification. उदाहरण आपण त्याचे लक्षात घेऊया. Examples. Students, the bird carries a message. See the example. The bird carries a message. Now, carrying a message. This is the work of human being. Message carry करणं हे ह्युमन बीइंगचं काम आहे. हिअर बर्ड इज पर्सॉनिफाईड. इथं बर्डला ह्युमन बीइंग सारखं ट्रीट केलेलं आहे. दॅट्स वाय द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज पर्सॉनिफिकेशन. हिअर बर्ड इज पर्सॉनिफाईड. That's why the figure of speech of this line is personification. Now, various examples we can take regarding personification. The city goes on growing. Next example. The city goes on. Goes on growing. The city goes on growing. Here city is personified. Human being grows up. Human being grow up. Here city is personified. Explanation of this figure of speech is the city is personified or shown as if it is human being. So when we treat non-living things like human beings, the figure of speech is personification. The figure of speech is personification. चेतन गुणोक्ती अलंकार. व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. याच्यामध्ये निर्जीव गोष्टी किंवा अमूर्त कल्पना या सजीव आहेत. त्यांना मानवी क्वालिटीज ह्युमन बीइंग सारखं ट्रीट केलं जातं नॉन लिव्हिंग थिंगला. दॅट फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज personification. So students, I hope that you understood figure of speech personification. Now I'm going to move another figure of speech, that is apostrophe. Apostrophe. One more very important figure of speech poet always uses in their poems. In Marathi, it is called as परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार. परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार आपण याला मराठीमध्ये म्हणायचं आहे. परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार. Very important figure of speech in various poems. The poet uses apostrophe in various poems. Apostrophe, परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार. Let us see the definition of this figure of speech. आपण व्याख्या लक्षात घेऊया. परोक्ष संबोधन, apostrophe. When a direct address is made to the dead, direct address, संबोधित करणे, is made to the dead or the absent, dead or absent, or objects, inanimate object. When poet address to absent person, inanimate object, that figure of speech is called as apostrophe. ह्याला आपण परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार असं म्हणायचं. When poet address to inanimate objects, absent persons, abstract ideas, at that time that figure of speech is called as apostrophe. Direct address. Now let us see the examples of apostrophe. Examples. Examples of apostrophe. For example, if I say, "Oh God, oh God, help me in my difficulties." Oh God, help me in my difficulties. Here, the poet addressed to God. Here, the poet addressed to God. That's why this figure of speech is apostrophe. This figure of speech is apostrophe. Let us see another example of apostrophe. O fame, O fame, prasiddhi, O fame, how uncertain, how uncertain you are. प्रसिद्धी आज आहे, उद्या नाही. O fame. Here poet addressed to fame. So when poet addressed to inanimate object, abstract ideas, that figure of speech is apostrophe. परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार. O God, O fame, O exams. One more example we can take. O exams. You should or you should not. You should not come. O exams, you should not come. Here, the poet address to exams. That's why this figure of speech is called as apostrophe. This figure of speech is called as apostrophe. परोक्ष संबोधन अलंकार. परोक्ष संबोधन म्हणजे मृत, अनुपस्थित किंवा मानवीकृत गोष्ट किंवा कल्पना यांचे प्रत्यक्ष संबोधन. खरं तर हा अलंकार चेतन गुणोक्त अलंकाराचे एक विशेष रूप आहे. ओ फ्रेंड, ओ डेथ, ओ लिबर्टी, ओ जजमेंट. When we address inanimate objects, abstract ideas, or objects, the figure of speech is apostrophe. So in this video I have covered two figure of speech. They are personification and apostrophe. Student, I hope that you might understood this figure of speech. सो वॉच द व्हिडिओ अँड सबस्क्राईब माय युट्यूब चॅनल. तुम्हाला अजून पुढे छान छान व्हिडिओ ऐकण्यास मिळण्यासाठी, पाहण्यास मिळण्यासाठी आपण माझ्या युट्यूब चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करावं. तुम्हाला एकदम सोप्या भाषेमध्ये संपूर्ण इंग्लिश ग्रामर, रायटिंग स्किल मी आपल्यासाठी घेऊन येत आहे. थँक्यू सो मच.